Welcome to season highlights of The Shift with me, Rach. We've been taking some of the best bits from season 1, where I've had conversations with exceptional leaders and founders from government to Fortune 500 to exciting startups. And my conversation with Zephaniah was a bit of a personal highlight for me this season. Zeph, a Microsoft director, he founded the hugely impactful Embrace ERG. So he shares some of his tips on leadership, including the power of borrowing belief, as he terms it. Listen up and let's dig in.
Yeah, so I'll go back. It was December 31st, 2014. I had been at Microsoft for coming up to 2 years. I was a business development manager, and I had a mentor whose name was Mo. And we started having this conversation. And he was talking about, okay, an account manager job. And I saw senior people in that job who had been account managing for 15, 20 years. And I remember going, oh, I would love to do that one day. But I think, that's about 3-4 years away. And he just stopped and paused. I'll never forget it. Looked at me and went, you could do that now. And it was almost so dismissive. But to me, it was such a big moment. Like, if he thinks I can do it, then it must be true. And I capture that moment in this kind of phrase that I say now, borrowing their belief.
Yeah.
And that moment was a kind of a fundamental shift for me in my mindset in terms of how powerful words are. You can use words to change a feeling, word change an attitude, words can affect a decision, words can affect an outcome and a future. And so I became really solid in that lesson. When am I, as I play it forward, helping people to borrow the belief, not in a disingenuous way, but mentally helping to expose something that they might not be seeing really clearly. They know that if I'm saying it, there's some truth to what I'm saying. I love this John C. Maxwell quote. He says that the only way forward is uphill. So every time you're moving forward, it's going to feel tough. Otherwise, you're not really challenging yourself or growing. Maybe you're just deciding that I'm going to stop here.
Yeah.
So I think at every stage, when you feel that toughness, you need someone to be like, hey, I've been where you've been before. Here's some tools that you can use to overcome it. So it's a continual process at each stage. And it happens, I think it's happened to me on every kind of major step in my career. I've taken some big moves that were just like fundamentally different. I wonder at one time I was managing in our partner channel hardware, like devices, computers and laptops. And then someone was like, you should go and look after our cloud and our data business. And I remember going, why would you give me responsibility of this? It was like 100 million plus type business.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's fine. You'll figure it out. Like, you understand this X thing. So you need to get deep on this. And I know the person that can support you on this. So they got really practical on the framework of where you are and where your gaps are. And then I was like, okay, maybe I can do it. And so I think this borrowing of belief, there's a reminder that every significant stage that you're going to take, every move, whether it's in entrepreneurship, in business, in life, where you're taking a fundamental step, you should have people around you that you can help you to push forward, because the only way to grow is uphill.
That was just one of many highlights that Zeph shared from a much broader conversation that we had back in May. You can catch the full episode on The Shift with Rach anywhere you listen to podcasts, on Spotify, Apple and YouTube. Why not follow me on LinkedIn? Search up Rachel Ivers Leadership Consultant, and be sure to subscribe to The Shift with Rach Ivers on Apple and Spotify to get more conversations with inspiring leaders. Thanks for listening.